Welcome to John and Jane Willis today. Thank you for joining me in this interview for HRGB. So, I understand you've been awarded the British Empire medals each. So, how does that feel?
We do what we do because we enjoy it, not to gain recognition.
Yes, yeah. That's the important thing, really, isn't it? How about you, Jane? How do
Exactly
you feel?
the same. We just are who we are, and we do what we do. And I don't think we've got over the shock yet.
No.
It's very, very nice, lovely people who put us forward.
Yeah.
Chat to the lady from the Oakhampton Times, and
Yeah.
a photographer round.
Yeah.
And we've had a chat on Radio Devon.
Over the years, what have been your most memorable moments in handbell ringing?
Oh wow! I suppose for me it's probably Toronto. If we're looking at handbell ringing,
Yeah.
when we went to the symposium in Toronto, and with Robert and Fiona,
Yeah.
and the four of us played four in hand there in the what they call the talent contest.
Okay.
So we were the nominated UK
Yeah.
representatives for that.
2004.
2004. Gosh. Okay. And was that the only international event you've been to?
No, we've been to a few of the symposiums, mainly the UK ones, where we've been involved in the organising, of course.
Yes. When did you start handbell ringing? 1990?
Yeah.
And how did you first learn about handbells?
Ian Hayes sort of kicked the ball off when he moved into Oakhampton from Mells in Somerset.
Okay.
And he had a team called Mel's Bells, which he wanted to carry on with. So he put an advert in the paper, and we went down there. The three of us went down and met up with some like-minded people like Jill and Mavis. They were there in those early days.
Oh wow. Okay. And Jill and Mavis ring with Ockman Valley. Yeah. Okay.
And he taught us, first of all, four in hand.
Right.
12 bell four in hand music.
Wow.
From Central School.
Yeah.
He didn't let on that there was another way of ringing handbells. So we thought we had to always play four in hand. Then when we'd sort of mastered that, then we tackled some of the 5-octave music he had.
Yes.
Which was a tad repetitive. I think we did the same 3 tunes.
Did you?
Week in, week out, didn't we?
But that made you practice and get good at it.
That's right. Or better.
Yeah. Was that the 4 of you that did the 5-octave? Or?
No, there was. There must have been about a dozen. That was the sort of continuation of Mel's Bells.
Okay. Yeah.
And then some of the team wanted to change the name a few years later. And I think that was when Ockman Valley itself was formed. Yeah.
Do you play any other musical instruments?
No.
Nothing at all?
No. No musical training?
No.
Nothing. Jane used to play...
Oh, I just had piano lessons when I was at primary school.
Okay.
But I didn't continue.
Could you remember how to read music from that back then, or how did you?
A little bit.
Okay.
You know, enough to work out what the notes were, but not to say that I could sight read, because I couldn't.
Okay. So it was really quite a huge learning curve to learn bells from scratch. But what did you learn from numbers to start with, or was it music?
The four in hand was numbers.
Yeah.
The off-table stuff was marked staff notation.
Okay.
Much like the ring now.
Yes.
But it didn't feel like a learning curve.
No.
It just came
fairly natural.
Naturally.
Yeah, well,
okay.
Yes, you just learn a little bit each week and not realise you're learning anything. You're just doing it. So
that's the important thing about handbell ringing, because it's
fun.
Accessible for everyone. So. Okay.
So within about a year of starting, we decided we would buy our own set of bells.
Yes. Okay.
So we bought a second-hand set of bells in E for some obscure reason.
It's very heavy.
Very heavy.
Wow.
But we started four in hand.
Yes.
With those, just the family.
Okay. We still got them.
No, we sold those, and we got the start of the current set.
Okay.
Which has been added to over the years.
Yes. how about national rallies? Have you been involved with them right from the start?
Yes, okay. I think we've been to every national
Have
rally
you really?
Since we started ringing. I think probably the first one was in Exeter we went to.
Oh yes.
Was there?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, Exeter University.
And of course we're in the southwest.
Yeah.
And wow, so you've come full circle with that.
Full circle, that's right. Yeah.
Because Exeter University was recently as well.
2017 was Exeter again.
Okay. So then you started the regional team, the Southwesters. So when did that happen?
It was Robert's idea initially, I think.
Yeah.
Am I right in that?
You could well be, yeah.
Yeah, when he was chairman.
They were very keen to all get together and meet up and ring as we do now, just sort of about every 6 weeks.
But then you got it off the ground.
Yeah, got going, that's right. And it's had its shaky moments.
Yes.
And it's had its high moments as well.
When the Southwest started, was it the size it is now, or did you have fewer ringers? Or
no, it's pretty much the size it is now. Yes, because we didn't want to audition people.
Yes.
And we wanted it to be all inclusive, and we felt that if there were enough people, and if you've got enough sets of bells, then the stronger ringers would lead the weaker ones.
Okay.
So there's no fear of having to do a test or being watched.
No. Okay. And from the beginning of Southwesters, did you sort of take the bells and all the equipment and the music like you do now from the start? Okay.
Yes.
So that must have encouraged people a lot to commit to the team.
Yeah.
Okay. So, because I was reading in your article about the mastering in books, how did you think up that idea?
That was you. That was your decision, wasn't it, when you were chairman?
Got bored with going to a rally and being all nervous and sitting listening to all the other teams play their solos and waiting for our turn.
Yeah.
And that was it. Nothing else happened. You just sat there and got more and more nervous and stood up and made a mess of your piece. And I just felt it would be much better if we were all ringing all the time, except for when a team wanted to do a solo.
Yeah.
And then it kept everybody busy.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say that generally the ringing in the region has improved because people are used to seeing this music just put up in front of them.
Yeah.
We have music that isn't marked. We have music that is marked with coloured circles and numbers, beats of the bar.
Yeah.
And we also have music in numbers, so that again it's all inclusive. If that's what you want, anybody can do it. But to start with, it was a case of you don't have to be able to read staff notation.
Yeah.
We will give you the easy stuff with the coloured markings, no problem.
Excellent.
Found music that we were allowed to use and copied it up, and then we've got 15 sets of books, and there's usually 12 books to a set, I think. And so every person can have a book for their two bells plus their shots and flats.
Okay.
And that's what we did. And it worked. And now it's just difficult to find enough spare Saturdays in a year to hold events. And then as long as we move around the region, so that people don't travel too far.
Yeah, and that's the good thing about Southwesters, because you are constantly moving.
That's the ringing around the region that I was talking about, really, with doing the music for people to come within the region. So we called it ringing around the region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the southwest region is quite a huge area to cover as well, isn't it?
Yes.
So it's right from Cornwall right across to Dorset, the Channel
into part
Islands.
of Hampshire, along South Wales, because Wales is divided into 3 regions. You know, they're amalgamated with 3 regions.
Yeah.
And then Channel Islands.
Yeah.
Scilly Isles.
Yeah.
Jersey have come over to a national rally when we had it at Cirencester.
Yeah.
And they had a lovely time, but that was really good of them to actually make that journey. That's quite a commitment.
Yeah. Okay. So thinking about locally, you also ring with family with tour bells. So how did that start? Was that right from the beginning?
Yeah, that really started before Holton Valley.
Okay.
And I suppose we've done more national rallies with tour bells.
Yeah.
The first one we did was Corby, and then we did Lowestoft. I can remember that one.
Yeah.
It's easier to go as a family, and if you think of it, before Robert was married, it was a case of, you know, where we went, he came.
Yes.
And it's much easier to do things as a family.
Yeah.
When you've got a lot of people in the team, they all have their responsibilities as well, and they can't get away.
Yeah. So it's much more to organise.
So, but yeah, it was lovely because we bought this set of 12 bells from Ian Hayes.
Okay.
Almost as soon as we started with him, because we got hooked on it.
Yeah.
So every Sunday afternoon after lunch was clear the table and set up the bells. Yeah. And practice. It was great. And then Ben started as well with us. Yeah.
And has that always been 4 in hand?
Always.
Yeah.
Always, because you can ring a larger number of bells with 4 bells, and then put down and pick up other bells. I'm not that clever to ring 4 in hand from staff notation. Okay. My eyes won't do that. I can do the numbers, but when I'm along the middle of the treble clef, I can't think quickly enough. No way.
So what did the boys think about all this bell ringing when they were growing up?
Robert was well into it.
Yeah.
He is musically inclined, I think.
Yes.
But Ben really only did it under sufferance, didn't he?
Okay.
Well, it's very difficult to be the younger brother and told what to do by the older brother.
Because Robert's always been the leader.
Okay, yeah.
And that's an interesting conundrum, because at the age he was, when we started, about 13 maybe, to be telling one of his school teachers and other adults, no, that's not right. I need you to do this, and I need you to observe note lengths and this, that, and the other. He's now caught up with his, I don't know which it is, his knowledge has caught up with his years, or his years have caught up with his knowledge, and that's okay, we'll accept it now. Little bit awkward at times, I felt, but it was fun, and we did it, and we've still got the ringers, and not a problem. What I did find, though, was when we were ringing as a family, just the 3 of us, and we'd go to, say, a school fete or something, particularly Christmas events. Yeah. Ben would turn up. Oh, I'll have a go. So I did the practice, and then he did the ringing.
Okay.
And that's great. He's perfectly able. So that's great. Lovely. And I think he might come back to it in due course. No problem. He's here, so he has helped us out on occasion, hasn't he? So.